Welcome, everyone. I'm glad that you have joined me this evening for this Blue Christmas Longest Night of the Year service. For those of you that might be joining from beyond the Bakerview community, a special welcome to you, and I'm glad that you have found your way here. My name is Christine Campen, and I'm the pastor of Seniors Ministry at Bakerview Church. A little later, we're going to be lighting candles. So if you have 4 candles somewhere near within reach, you may want to get those at this time and some matches. And if you don't have candles handy or close by, that's no problem. You can just follow along during the candle lighting later on. Many of us know the famous song by Elvis Presley way back in the 1960s when he sang Blue Christmas. But what many of us probably don't know is that Blue Christmas, or the longest night of the year, is a special worship service within the tradition of the Christian Western Christian Church. In this season of long nights, tonight is the longest one. A night to acknowledge grief that we might be journeying through, fears that we might be carrying, or uncertainties about the future. For those Christian traditions that have certain calendar days on which they celebrate early Christian believers, today, December 21st, is the day on which Thomas is remembered. And we'll remember that Thomas is often known as Thomas the Doubter, the one who wasn't sure about Jesus' resurrection. He was asking questions, was uncertain. And it's important that his story and experience is recorded in the gospel. Some of us might be struggling with our faith, having doubts. This space offers you permission and a space to acknowledge those feelings. God invites you to come into his presence without fear and to express all of your experiences and all of your feelings before him because he loves you. My hope is that in this brief time together, that you will find the comfort and the peace that Jesus offers to you, that you will receive a sense of hope for the future and a renewed sense of trust in the God who cares for you. We will have a relaxed pace in this brief service, and there will also be pauses at particular times to allow us to take in the words more deeply and allow it to sink into our hearts. So I invite you now to join me in prayer. Loving God, in the middle of winter, when the days are cold and the wind can pierce, remind us of the warmth of your love. In the middle of winter, when days are short, dawn comes late and dusk arrives early, remind us that in the darkness your light still shines. In the middle of winter, when the flowers of spring still lie hidden in the earth, when the trees are barren and the world can seem bleak, remind us that Easter is coming. When in our lives we feel as if we are experiencing a season of winter, reach out to us with the power of your resurrection so that we may feel the comfort of your love and see your light that alone can take away the darkness of our soul. Amen. The Psalms offer us honest words with which to express our feelings to God, a God who is reliable, who is always compassionate, and who is always present. From Psalm 130. Out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. I wait for the Lord. My soul waits, and in his word I hope. My soul waits for the Lord, more than those who watch for the morning, more than those who watch for the morning. O Israel, hope in the Lord. For with the Lord there is steadfast love, and with him is great power to redeem. Advent is a time of waiting. We wait for the birth of Jesus, and it's a season in which we may reflect on all of the things for which we are waiting, the things for which we long to have happen. God took on a human body and came to live with us. And God and Jesus knows all of our human experiences, knows what it's like to love, knows what it's like to lose, new uncertainty and grief, sorrow, fear. All of these things that we experience are part of what God knows. Because God experienced this in one of our bodies, God is someone who can be trusted with all of our expressions of grief, fear, loss, anger, and even doubt. And Jesus invites us with these words, "Come to me, all you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." We're going to watch and listen to Steve Clausen and Ruth Thiessen play the well-known and well-loved hymn, "What a Friend We Have in Jesus." At this time, we are going to light our 4 candles. So you may have an Advent wreath or candles and holders, or whichever way you have them arranged is great. And I will have a few words before the lighting of each of the candles. First, we light the candle of hope. We remember that God, who shares our life, promises us a place and a time of no more pain, no more sadness, and no more suffering. You are invited to light the first candle, the candle of hope. Now we light the candle of peace. Jesus says, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." You are invited to light the second candle of peace. Third, we light the candle of joy. Jesus promises that he will never leave us, not even to the end of the world. No matter what lies ahead, Jesus has gone before us and will be present with us there. You are invited to light the third candle, the candle of joy. And finally, we light the candle of love. God with us, Emmanuel, come to share our human life because of his immeasurable love for us. You are invited to light the candle of love. Our souls wait in silence. Our hope rests in God, our rock, our salvation, our refuge. We will not be shaken. We pour out our hearts because we trust in God's steadfast love. The prophet Isaiah, who foretold the coming of Jesus, encourages us with these words. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. On those who live in a land of deep shadow, a light has shone. For the yoke that was weighing upon them and the burden upon their shoulders, you have broken in pieces, God, our Redeemer. The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of all the earth. He never grows weak or weary. No one can measure the depths of his understanding. God gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. Even youths will become weak and tired, and young men will fall in exhaustion. But those who trust in the Lord will find new strength. They will soar high on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Psalm 121 encourages us with God's unfailing watch over us. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. Loving and gracious God, we look to you for compassion. We thank you for your presence. When we become overwhelmed by our burdens, we sometimes forget that you never leave us alone, that your steadfast love for us never fails. By being in this space, we find comfort in knowing that we do not suffer alone. You have given us strength to live through each day. Turn us to reach out to those who also need support, that we may be your compassionate, comforting presence to others. As we end this time and leave this space, we place ourselves into your loving care. Fill us with the peace of your deep, abiding presence. We offer all of ourselves to you, our one God, Creator, Redeemer, Sustainer. Amen. I hope this time together has been an encouragement to you. If there's anything that you would like me to pray about together with you, please feel free to send me an email or to call me, and I will certainly pray alongside you if there's any particular need that you would like to share. I want to thank you for joining me this evening, and we will close our time together with these words of benediction. This Christmas, I wish for you light to crumple up the darkness. This Christmas, I wish for you love to pull us closer to one another. This Christmas, I wish for you peace, the same that the angels sang. This Christmas, I wish for you promise, to keep hope alive for you. This Christmas, I wish for you God, newly born in the flesh. This Christmas, I wish for you Jesus Christ, born this season, light of the world.